Contracting Conversation. My name is Scott Williams, and I'm joined by my co-host, Jim Valley. Today, we have the pleasure of talking with Christina Jalbert, who is the Learning Asset Manager for DAU for Con 7160, the Facilities Capital Cost of Money course. Welcome to the show, Christina.
Great. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. Christina, to get us going here, what can you tell us about Con 7160?
The 7160 Facilities Capital Cost of Money is an OLT, like you mentioned. And really what this class is going to offer our learners is diving into the concepts of facilities capital cost of money. A lot of people are just like, oh, it's just another form we fill out. And really, they don't understand what really goes into that evaluation or that analysis. And so what this course is going to walk them through is what it is, why it's important, and why it should matter when you're creating your profit and fee objectives, making learners aware of those decisions that contractors have to make when it comes to investments. And so we really want the learner to understand that side of the house as well. So excited for it to be deployed, looking forward to some feedback from it from our learners, and excited for them to be able to take it.
All right. Thanks, Christina. This is Jim. I've used the capital cost of money, the form and everything, and I wish I had this course back then. I'm glad to see that this course was developed. So who would be the target audience for this course?
Really, anybody who is involved in a cost analysis. I would say outside of contracting as well. I mean, if you're a finance person and you help with government estimates on the program management side, what is it that contracting is looking at? Why is it important that contracting looks at certain things, really? So while it's tailored to a contracting professional, I really do think it's really good for anybody who's involved in any sort of cost analysis for a proposal.
Okay, great.
Hey, Christina, what can students expect when they take this OLT?
So the OLT is a little bit different. Obviously, you're going to be reading through some content. You're going to be answering some knowledge checks along the way. But what was interesting with this development was we really wanted to give the learners an opportunity to get some hands-on experience. Again, if you've never filled out a DD 1861, how do you do that? What are the pieces of that puzzle, if you will? And so we have 2 videos in this course. One walks you through a scenario. Then it gives the learner an opportunity to go off and fill out a DD 1861 that they'll just pull right off of our tools website. And then once they've completed the form based on the scenario information they were provided, there is another opportunity for them to watch a second video where it kind of is the answer key. It's going to walk them through and they can take that, if they want to try again, if they didn't get it right, they can go back and try again so that they really have a true understanding of how to fill out the form and where the information is coming from. And then lastly, they do have an assessment at the end of the course. It's multiple choice. They have multiple attempts. And much like other OLTs, an 80% to pass. But it is, nothing tricky to confuse any of the learners. It's very straightforward. And I think the videos with the hands-on will really help when it comes to that assessment at the end.
Great. Thanks, Christina.
All right, Christina. So you mentioned an assessment. How are they assessed in this course? And also, if you could tell us how many CLPs are associated with this course.
So they're assessed essentially by that end of course assessment, the multiple choice questions at the end, 80% or better. Like I mentioned, as far as CLPs go, because as of this recording today, the class was just deployed last week. And so there's not any CLPs associated with it at this time. If a learner were to pull up a concept card for the course, it says that DAU will establish the CLPs in March. But if anybody takes it before CLPs are associated with the course, they'll get those CLPs automatically because it's going to show that they've completed the course. So right now it's 0 CLPs.
Great. And so for the audience out there, Christina talked about concept card. That is what is in the iCatalog. So if you go to the iCatalog and look up Con 7160, you'll see the concept card. And in there, maybe that's where you found the video that you're watching or listening to right now. So Christina, thank you so much for coming on. Is there anything else you want to address about the course before we let you go?
Just one last thing. This course is part of the Advanced Proposal Analysis credential. FCCOM 01. Again, those credentials aren't required, but the more the merrier.
If all those courses are something that really would help somebody, yeah, might as well get the credential, and it goes in your file that you have done that. So that looks good on your record. So, Christina, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so everyone out there, thank you for listening in. Please, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Contracting Conversations on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or DAU Media. And you can find that information below in the description. And we look forward to having future contracting conversations with you.